Alright, I think we are good to go. Hi everybody, my name is KillerMonkey375 and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club for the Xbox One. So, I remember seeing the gameplay of this game years ago and it's fascinating. This is a great game despite the look. And I'm excited to play this, and might as well jump on the trend and just stream it at least. I'll post it to YouTube and see how this goes, but maybe I don't know, this might not even go out at all. So we'll see. But my name is Reed, but this time we're just gonna do sniping because I do know what happens in this game. I just don't remember like every bit of dialogue. I am though prepared for the graphic stuff. I don't think YouTube is going to be ready for that either, or Twitch. So we'll see. Anyway, let's start. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl's Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. The kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But is she going to chase after me like this? I must feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk unless I already catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Snipey. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, and I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in it. I guess you don't have it in it to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross that street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commutes. By the way, Snipey, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I, though? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, and I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, By the way, this game said these characters are over 18. That is cap, okay? Alright, I don't trust that at all, but whatever. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming an NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if you make you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Okay, so I'm not the biggest fan of doing voices, especially since my voice is so low and screwed up that I can't really do alternate voices, so I'm sorry if it isn't, the most entertaining thing in the world. I'm trying though. I just want to have a good time. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start out with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or she's cunning as to have planned it all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. How do I save? Oh, there we go. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, a new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Snipey, what a surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escaping the situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Yeah, you got that right, man. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You could just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right! It's great to see you again, Snipey. I guess last week, oh man, that is so sweet. Too bad that she's kind of a psychopath. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class, smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Snipey. We made room for you at the table to me or Monica. Look at the cupcakes. Hey! Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk up to the corner of the room when Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Woo-wah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I have no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, then I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get the icing on her face. I turn the cupcakes around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thinking of me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? I don't know, have you? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you, you dummy. Alright. I gave up Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying on a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us, before setting down a teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any club yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity to how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into the literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then, I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It's be hard to start a club. You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! Well, do our best. Yeah, I know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica have worked really hard to maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of the new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Saifi, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? Mutter quietly to myself, half joking. His head suddenly perks up. Say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The levels of creativity behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Oh man, this game's gonna get psychological. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. So real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just... Nasugi's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Nasugi? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sasori sides up behind Nasugi and puts her hands on her. Ooh. I'm not cute! Nasugi, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No! Suki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Hey, Ash, not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Nasuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. God, reading is hard. It really is. Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you have some of your work, you can set up an example and help Nasuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I want to read everyone's poems. You'll sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Nasuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. My god, quizzically. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Snipey? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're on back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori must have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Snipey, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if I'm writing poems, it's the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. God, I am the thirsty motherfucker. Right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join a literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Snipey, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up from the inside. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Nasuki clean up their food. Hey, Snipey, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Okay, let me save very quick. It's like, yeah, there's like multiple pages. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Nasuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending each day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh yeah, this is the poem part. It's time to write a poem. Pick words that your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem most. Puppy, no, incapable, excitement, whisper, unending, calm, daydream, secretive, judgment, milk, kitty, cheeks, you gotta clap those cheeks, bro, sensation, do passion, play, amazing, treasure, go back, intellectual, boop, lust, pain, cock and ball. Oh, excuse me. Hi again, Snipey. Glad you see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I'll keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Snipey. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making your dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Well, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join the club join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. So, Misuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Misuki finds herself stuck between say manga and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Misuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Snipey always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Snipey can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation you just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess it means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gestures from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I wouldn't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into your bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. We could, discuss it if you want. Oh. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her tense expression, but she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Nasuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I can always read some of the book Yuri gave me. I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. Close my eyes and I'm listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. You probably get to seem really late compared to all the other girls though. The clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to the creative minds. It doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even when we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear us deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will be too... Oh my god. I'm gonna have to end this soon or I'm gonna give myself a headache. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Misuki would love to do that. You're right. Misuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Found myself... What? Found myself... Oh god, I can't read. Why did my screen go black? In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see what the world through her eyes. What? I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face violating my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have to have less time for anime, you know? You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. Knew it. Come on. Please give me the benefit of the doubt. You can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over you. All around her. Fuck, all around here. Ah! I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. No, there's not. Yeah. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Oh, of course they would. No one's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Start to button her blazer from the bottom. Ooh. Once you see how much better it looks, you can change your mind. Oh, okay. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is that my friend does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? Okay, I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Oh no. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. Why are you smiling? What are you smiling about anyway? It means my boobs are getting big. Fucking hell. These characters are not over 18. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look so much better now, so... Why does it feel so strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ew. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. It's so much better. Sayori puts her arms around and twirls. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then it won't get a... Okay, when it changes transitions, I'm ending the video. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like that. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping. So that's why I'm keeping up. Fucking hell. That's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, it's a deal. I guess we are really better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. And it's impossible to tell it with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, "Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?" Yay! Snipey, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve a poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. Okay. On the other hand, Monica wrote her composition notebook. You can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna save. And, I will continue this next time. But I'm excited to do a walkthrough of this game. And next time I'm probably going to do an hour. So, thank you all so much for watching this. This is going to be a while since I posted on this channel, and hopefully y'all take it, like it as well, like my reading. I'm not an editor, so this will go in, completely unedited, which I should probably say at the beginning next time. But if you did enjoy this, please click the subscribe button, like button, comments, and share, whatever you want to do. All feedback is greatly appreciated, and I hope you all have a great night. Thank you all so much for watching. Talk to y'all later.